Hello and welcome to yet another brand new episode of Free Android Development Webinar. This webinar will be focusing on your improvement on Android application development. As we all know, Android is a platform. It's one of the strongest platforms for mobile application development, and it is, of course, supported by Google. We know that Android applications can be downloaded freely from Google Play Store. And throughout this webinar session, we'll be discussing about and we'll be developing a lot of application which will help you become an Android developer. We'd like to welcome you to the Android Development Webinar, Android Development Series sponsored by SMS and managed in sagesofuniverse.com. Myself, Madindra, lead developer, and I'm currently working on STM's internal project NR tax enablement as lead developer. This project uses AngularJS in front end, Node.js in the middle layer, and MongoDB in back end. And at the same time, we're also building Android application for this product. Please visit our website for further more information about what we actually do. Moving forward, throughout this webinar session, I will be discussing about how we can actually develop an application in which we will be able to send SMS with our Android device. As we all know that every Android device will have or has its own SMS application, but with the help of this webinar, we will be able to develop an Android SMS application or call your default SMS application in order to send your Android SMS to any number throughout the globe. So what we are actually trying to do with this webinar is we will be focusing yourself or focusing everyone who is watching this live session here, help you understand SMS Manager API or build an SMS application or call your inbuilt SMS application, ask for the SMS sending permission, and finally we'll be checking our output with the help of an APK file. Basically, what I would like to suggest all of you is that before coming to this webinar, if you are already familiar with the previous sessions webinar, or if you have any confusions from the last webinar session, you can post it to us so that we will be able to know what you are actually understanding or what is compiling over there as confusion in your web session of Android development webinar. So sending SMS in Android will be our main aim throughout this session. We'll be understanding SMS Manager API at first. What you should be able to know about SMS Manager API is that SMS Manager is a predefined class, of course, from the Android package itself, which will allow you to call your inbuilt SMS application, which every Android device will have as its free product. You don't need to download any SMS application in order to send an SMS text to any other number from your device, from your Android device. But what we are targeting here, or what we aim tonight or today over here, is that we will be looking towards how to actually call those inbuilt uh, application of SMS in order to send text, or build an entire new application so that you can uh, manage your SMS text. Throughout this web session of Android development or sending SMS in Android, we will be focusing on understanding those SMS Manager APIs. We will be creating an application which will be allowing you to send SMS throughout your Android device, no matter the size of your Android device or speed of your Android device. Every Android device will be able to run our application in order to send a SMS. So without further delay, uh, let's move ahead and discuss a little bit about what SMS Manager actually does. SMS Manager is a predefined class, and it comes from the package of Android. Uh, every Android Studio will support, or every Android bundle that we installed when we installed our Android Studio will be supporting Android SMS Manager class, which is also an API. API is Application Package Interface. Uh, every API of SMS Manager will support SMS Manager in order to call in your built-in application. Why we need to call our built-in application is that if we are able to call any kind of software support or any hardware from our built-in applications, and then we will be able to access those applications or those softwares which are inbuilt in our Android operating system or in our Android device, rather than making new application for everything that is already existing. It will be good idea to just call them and use them instead of playing more useful time or wasting more useful time to create those new applications. Why not call them and use them instantly with the help of simple codes that are available, or simple logics that are available by the help of the APIs, especially. So in this application of sending SMS, you will be able to send SMS no matter where you are, but you will be actually calling the inbuilt application with the help of the SMS Manager API, or as we know that there is something like Android manifest, the XML inside of our manifest folder in our Android Studio. I'll be showing you all with how we'll be actually working. Uh, and after completing our SMS Manager API things and built-in application will be called or executed, we'll be sending SMS. Before sending SMS, definitely we'll be asking for our Android device to give us permission to send SMS. Uh, and finally, when our every task is completed, we'll be checking our output with the APK file. That will be our main priority at the end of the session of this sending SMS in Android web session. So let's move ahead. As I have already given you about what SMS Manager is and how what it actually does. It is an API, Application Package Interface, uh, which will be calling your inbuilt SMS application by the help of SMS Manager. So SMS Manager can go and play with your Android device's root level. That means SMS Manager will have the access till the depth of your Android device. I mean to say, this SMS Manager class has huge uh, rights, I mean like admin rights of your Android device, because it allows your Android device to whether give access or not to uh, send SMS. That's why it is known as SMS Manager. The name of the class is named as SMS Manager itself. So it will be either giving access to send SMS or block the Android device from sending an SMS. So SMS Manager API, or a class of Android, simply allows you to call your inbuilt SMS application with the help of your XML file, which is situated in the manifest folder or manifest package. And the name of that XML file will be Android manifest.xml, where we'll be uh, asking for permission, will be asking SMS text service to be enabled or disabled with the help of permissions, and that will be done in background by the help of SMS Manager API. And definitely, whenever it is class in Java or your object-oriented programming, there will be method. In fact, there will be methods to allow your SMS Manager to work or not to work. There is a get information method or get default method inside of SMS Manager, which will allow your Android device, or which will allow your object of SMS Manager to get information of your Android device, like your phone number, or your SIM card, or your time, your date, and your text inside of the SMS text body. So Android SMS Manager API will be helping you to get access to the root level of your Android SMS text, whether to enable your inbuilt SMS application or not, and at the same time, it will be fetching every details of your Android device. Again, let's move ahead and let's see what we can do in building our SMS application. So using intents will be our next aim once we get going with Android manifest XML file, playing with SMS Manager API, playing methods, will be moving towards using intents, accessing and integrating all those intents in order to actually start our Android SMS application. So without further delay, I would like to switch again to Android Studio to show you how to actually build an Android application to send SMS. So topic 3 of ours will be to send SMS, and before sending the SMS to destination or to receiver, we'll need to have permission from our Android device whether we can actually send an SMS or not. Logically, we can send the SMS or not. Everything will be tested by this SMS sending permissions section. So let's move ahead and switch to our Android Studio. All of you might have remembered that we couple of web sessions earlier we developed one file handling application where we were able to uh, write to a file and read from an existing file. This was our project, and now in our current webinar session we'll be developing SMS application. So let's move ahead and create new project without further delay. go ahead and create a new project, which definitely will be sending SMS. Let's see. Let's just give a random name. Here I am pressing the name, sending SMS. Click on next here. Definitely this will be for phone and tablet. You can choose for any other platform if you want to. Here I have choose uh, phone and tablet, API 15, Android 4.0.3, ice cream sandwich is the operating system. So you can choose any other from here. Latest one being marshmallow. If you switch to ice cream sandwich so that it can run easily on any other updated version, even up to marshmallow. If I click on marshmallow over here, it will definitely not supported by the ice cream or jelly bean, or even if it is supported, it will run comparatively slower in the oldest version. But if I create this one for the oldest version over here, it can definitely have good support in marshmallow or lollipop or any other newest versions or newest operating system than ice cream sandwich. So let me create the application for phone and tablet using ice cream sandwich. I click on next over here, and after having next, I'll definitely be selecting basic activity. Now again, let's click on next. The activity name is main activity. Let it be as it is. I click basic activity, click on next, and finally let's click on finish. Now you'll be seeing soon on my screen new project getting developed. Here you go, initializing module for phone and tablet. It is creating my new project, which will be sending SMS as a name just a minute ago over here. Uh, During the time the application gets built, let's discuss again more about SMS Manager. SMS Manager, as I again would want to recall that it is a predefined class used to call in your inbuilt SMS application. Some method or methods inside of it, which will be fetching the data Android device, or which will be fetching every detail of your Android device's basic basic information of your Android device. In fact, which will be like time and date of your device, which will be uh, phone number of your SMS sending SIM card. So everything will be done by the help of SMS Manager, from calling, the creating a new SMS sending application. So my project is still getting built over here, since this is a live session. Everything is going on live here. Definitely, I cannot skip all this process going on over here, because this is what makes my application. If I click on cancel over here, it will be cancelled, so I cannot show you guys the new application development. So you have to go or get going with this kind of time-taking process, because you are creating an Android application, and definitely there will be every parameters or every supporting parameters to be developed inside that process, and it definitely taking time. Don't need to worry about this. Just keep calm, wait for the project to be developed. We'll be developing anytime right now. It can take a couple of minutes, but no need to worry. Here in sending SMS sending permission. After our SMS or sending SMS is completed, will be we after we complete playing with code of XML and Android. In fact, we'll moving ahead to check our output with the APK file. So again, let's see. Here you go. My project is just created. Let me now go to my project. You can see this. There is still two processes. There are two processes running over there. So definitely it will be coming in any time. It's developing. No need to worry. Everything will be fine, right? You'll be saying project is still building, may cause rendering errors until build is done. This says the project is still building, so the rendering problem is there. Once project is completely built, uh, you'll be able to see design over here. Uh, my main aim for this webinar will be to create an application which will send SMS. For that, I will be playing with Android manifest from the manifest folder here. If I double click on this one, I'll be seeing some XML code. Since my project is still getting built, all I'll be seeing some design. Instead of waiting pop up, why not go and go for Android manifest over here. What I'll be trying to do is I will be asking this XML file to actually start permitting me to call upon my inbuilt SMS application, and later on we'll again develop our own SMS sending application. But for now, we'll be calling our inbuilt SMS application with the help of our application. So let's move ahead over here, and let me ask for the users permission. Definitely the project is still building, so my development process will be a bit slower. No need to worry. Let me use Android permission that send underscore SMS over here. If you will want to learn about what this Android permission that send SMS does, you can just go on the left hand side over here and read what this send SMS actually does. Then you can see over here, it allows an application to send SMS. So I am developing an application which can send SMS. Definitely, that's why I'm using this Android permission dot send underscore SMS. It says you can send SMS from your application, and protection level is dangerous. That's just a warning, because there is no protection to sending SMS from this application development over here. So let me wait for the project development to be complete. This indexing, and definitely almost over the development of new project. And will problems removed anytime from now. Till then, I'll again be developing my Android manifest XML file. So I was using, the process is getting delayed just because of the project is getting developed. Shouldn't have taken that much time, but you never know with Android Studio or any other ID. Whenever you create multiple projects, can take a few or more minutes than expected. It's all about live website session, so I cannot skip anything over here. Whatever I am doing, you can see instantly there. So I'm trying to use this one as I already showed you just a few minutes earlier. So Android permission that send SMS will be allowing you to send an application's SMS. So I'm using this without any delay. Let's close this tag. Again, we define yet another user's permission Android name, which will be using Android permission that send respond via message. Again, close this one. So my Android manifest XML is situated here in manifest, which has with only one XML file inside of it. Now if I go to content main.xml, there you go, you can see all designs without any problem. Let me again go inside of the content main XML file and delete this default hello world. Let me use one phone text field and drag it over here, drop it, resize this to the full void of the screen. You can see the phone text field is now completely throughout the width of your Android device. And if you double click on this one here, it has no text, but the ID is edit text. Let me put this one as the phone. And after the phone text field is completed, let me go ahead and move yet another text field with the help of multi-line text field, which you can use in order to send SMS after first edit text being named as phone, and second one with multi-line text which has no any ID yet. In fact, as edit text as default ID. Let me use this one as text. From where I'll be sending text, that's why the variable or the ID of this edit text is set to be text. Now everything is completed other than the send button. So let's use OK button from here. Drag it over here, drop it. There's a new button tag over there or label over there. I just double click on this button and change the text send SMS. This will be our application UI for now. Simple one. Definitely will be making more attractive in the uh, upcoming sessions. But for now, let's move to our main activity with Java. Definitely, we all are familiar that every new project inside of Android will have, you know, this default codings. But I'll not be using all these things, so I would want to remove up to this one over here. Just delete this. And I did it. Now let me define URI. Need to import this. I've been imported. If you look at the design in the content main XML, it has nothing but simply two different text field or edit text, by the help of which we can set the phone number of the receiver, text to receiver, send text to receiver. There might be multiple receiver of single SMS to actually send SMS or call an existing or inbuilt SMS application of your Android device. So URI will be giving path of or destinations of your SMS receiver. URI is the process and add number of the recipient in here. You need to write SMS to over here. Let me say plus 125.0265892. So what you need to understand over here is URI is a predefined class which can hold your mobile receivers or the transmitter and receivers both. SMS receivers phone number or mobile number over here by the help of URI. Once it's done, we need to create intent, which can be done in this way over here. Intent. My Android Studio is a little bit slower right now. I don't know why is this happening. Maybe because of multiple projects existing inside of my Android Studio. There is no need to worry. We are still moving ahead. Let's just create intent, which is the object of intent class. This is the intent predefined class. You can see over here from where intent came. This is it. Intent is imported from Android contained. So intent is created from there actually. In here, what we are trying to do is we have just created URI's object, which will be sending you SMS. Now we've just created intents object, which will be asking or allowing your intent to actually send. So it will be taking this constructor over here, will be accepting two different arguments. First one being intent action on this to send. The other one is the URI. What URI has is we have our phone number to whom it may be sent to. I have just given a random number over here. I don't know whose number or this kind of number even exists or not. I just try to show you how we can send SMS or use SMS API to actually send the text to the mobile device. So again, here intent dot put extra. What we put extra is that we just have to add the text. For example, let's say hello world with the SMS text, and we need to mention, that what kind of text is this. So let me say SMS text over here. Definitely a semicolon is missed over there, and again let's start our activity. Sorry, let's again do start activity, and there's a bit intent over here. Once this is done, we can develop our simple build file over here, build APK. Let's see how long it will take. So what we are trying to do over here is we are trying to send SMS to this number, but we are actually writing the text with the help of intent action underscore send, which will allow you to open your Gmail or any other server to send your email, your SMS, or anything to actually send. So action underscore send over here is not only for sending SMS. You'll be, as we have used previous webinar, that we were using Gmail server, or we were using our Android's default mail sender. So we are using SMS inbuilt app. So whenever developing any action to application to send this now and action to send tends we're here inside of is that the number is stored in it. Two is also a predefined tag over here to our receivers, not SMS receivers number. Intent that put numbers and this text is a text will have hello world as text, which find of intent, which has after all we start the activity over here, it will be able to send SMS application. So in order to run, what I did was I just clicked on tools over here, APK file. This is file. So you can actually check on your mind that application or how this application will act. In our next webinar session, what I'll be trying to do is I'll be actually getting parameters from this text field, from this edit text, and this edit, both of this edit text after the send SMS button is clicked. And for now, you can see we have everything over here is static. For example, if you want to change this number to send SMS to, then you cannot do that actually with this webinar. For that, you will have to join me in the next webinar again to actually be able to get phone number from this text field, and the other text field over here or edit text will be storing the actual text to be sent to the receiver. So this application will be simply doing two things. One is to receive or input the receiver's phone number, and the other one will be actually holding the body of entire SMS application. So it is divided into two parts, and when you actually click or finally you click on send SMS button over here, you will be able to send SMS with the help of your default SMS application. So again, move to main activity, the Java, and we can see right here the APK file is developed. I need to check out where my application. In fact, it says show in Explorer. Let me click on this. Once I click on this, it must be opening right there about the show in Explorer of APK file. So where our APK file lies is this is where it is. You need to send this both to your Android device and install this one appdebug.apk. Sorry. Now I'll try to show you my screen right here with the help of an application that is developed or that is installed on my device. You need to change the debug setting to enable debugging mode, otherwise you'll not be able to change any sort of application or modify any application as per your need. All you need to do is you need to understand from the root level. So I'll be installing this APK file on my Android device, which definitely will be appearing soon. Why I'm preferring to run directly on my APK from build menu over here is that if you actually try and run your Windows operating system to support Android, then it will uh, sometime get irritating. It will sometime get slower. So instead of doing that, how about actually building an APK file from here? This is where I got my APK file. I'll be sending this both to my mobile device. Install it. I'll try to install them and show it to you. Let me select both of this and send it to my mobile phone. Sorry for this one. Let me send this one to my mobile device. Yeah, of course I'm receiving all of both of the files. Now my aim will be to install that application and execute the application to see whether that technical parts, that is this sent to this hello world that has text, which is the body of SMS text, will appear in here or not. So my Android device is still not responding. I would love to share my mobile device's screen To do that, I will be opening Visor. This is a mobile device, and your Windows or your computer system and your Android device will be in same interface on your laptop screen or on your computer screen over here. That's what I'm trying to do. We'll not be playing with our contained main XML file for today's webinar session. It is just because we'll, we'll be uh, we'll be adding some more feature to this content main XML in our next webinar session. So this is Visor, how it looks. This is my device. Let me just start to automatically, and let me click on view. Now my Android device will be appearing there really very soon. This is my real Android device. I have connected this to my computer system, so I'll be seeing this one. There we go. This will be appearing there on the screen anytime from now. It is already loud from my device over here. It is getting a little bit slower because Android Studio is also running in the background, and this is a live session, which already is again heavy one, so definitely will be taking some time. There's no need to worry about that. So my Android device is taking a little bit of time. It's already being controlled over here, but it is not getting displayed. The control is already there. You can control it from here already. My Android device is already controlled. Let me just plug it again, unplug it and plug it. Let's see if this can work again. It is saying it will be connecting. Hopefully it is already connected, but I don't know. Yeah, there you go. That's my Android device. There you go. It's a little bit slower just because I am multitasking right now. So let me show you how or where my latest uh, Android is sending SMS. This one is our application name, or this is the project name of our, and we have just built our APK from here, and I just sent both of this from here on, and you can see right now this is my Android device. Let me switch to desktop mode and show you all with the Android output. You will see without any disturbance in the background. There we go. This is my file storage, SD card storage. Let me move here. There we go. This is what is my application. So I'll be installing this one. So I'll just be clicking on appdebug.apk. By clicking on this, it will be, there you go. This is a privacy. There's a privacy because this may cost you money. That's what is that's the application that I just developed. That's sending SMS application. I need to install by clicking in here. It will be saying it will be installing. It's getting installed. There you go. It's installed. That's our application. Let's open it. Sending SMS installed. Sending SMS as the application name. I was confused myself. Let's again um, cancel this. There we go. This was the number. If you remember, this one is the number that I have written over there in our main activity.java file over here. There you go. That was the phone number that I mentioned in here, and you can see right now in our application that it's the same phone number that just appeared, +125026589. That's a random number I just placed. And intent that put extra, that should have been hello world over here, but it is not appearing. Just maybe because it is taken by Facebook. My default text or inbuilt text application is converted to Messenger's application, or Facebook Messenger's application is taking my default SMS manager that we're talking about just a few minutes earlier. I was introducing all of you about SMS Manager. This hello world is a simple text, and this is a multi-line text input. So if I click on here, there we go. This is the application. You can type anything in here. It's a multi-text input. If you click on this one over here, it will be sent, but I would not want to do that because the number over here, which is this one, is not a valid number. I have given it randomly, so it is not a valid one. So this is it for today's webinar of ours, where we have seen how our application is built from build APK of our sending SMS application from our Android manifest.xml. We have called our send permissions in SMS, send via SMS. These are everything that made our application manager of SMS Manager default one. In our next webinar, what we will be doing is we'll be creating this interface actually. But if you would want to, uh, you know, actually want this content to appear on your screen, that will be possible again. For that, you just want to remove these two lines from here, save this, go to content XML. This is what you want. Then again, you can go to build APK. Your APK file will be built. This is my Android application. Now I would want to see. Here you go. This is what we want to, see in our background. That is the output of content XML. If I click on this one, this is a phone number that we have used just a few times back. We used this phone edit text field. This is edit text. That's why it is phone number everywhere. And if you click on this one, it's a multi-line input, so you can again you can control anything from in here. So, and now after having everything in place, you can click on send SMS button to actually send to number of your choice. So our next webinar will be dealing all about this interface over here. and this button over here, which will be actually sending your SMS to the number placed in here. For example, if your number is this, then you can send SMS to your number by clicking on this button over here. That will be our next webinar's target. So after completion of today's webinar, we are at least able to know what SMS Manager is and how it works. And in our next webinar, we will be detailing all about this designs. Before wrapping up, I would want to remind you once again what we have done actually throughout the webinar. Sorry for the delay over there. I have just exited my Android studio, so it will be taking some time to come back to normal. Every device will be a little bit of retarded when you actually close your integrated development environment. So what we did, what we learned from our webinar session over here is we have created SMS Manager, that is built-in application was called. We created intent, we access method of intent and integrated intent, and we started permissions from our XML file, and we checked output with APK. And for this webinar, we created APK in order to call our inbuilt SMS application, and we created a simple view over there. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Your success start beyond this webinar. Keep coding and keep learning. We'll conduct more webinars like this to make you understand, or to help you understand Android development and help you or guide you to become perfect and professional Android development or Android developer. Once again, thank you so much for watching this. If you have any queries, any question, any confusion of any webinar session that we conducted, please feel free to send your questions to the email address right on your screen there, and you can contact us on that number. Goodbye for now. See you soon with the next webinar session.